Scotty here. Up here at Julie Creek Trailhead in Lowman, Idaho. I'm going to be doing my first solo backpacking overnight trip. This is a beautiful trail. I scouted it out yesterday. I'm going to head up 6 miles. I did 6 miles up yesterday. There's a turnoff to go a different route on the Scott Mountain Trail. And I'm going to shoot for the Scott Mountain Trail forestry fire lookout. It's got an elevation of just over 8,200 feet, and that's the goal for today. And I'm going to be taking some video and pictures on the way and be looking out for a nice place to camp out, and I'll be going over how I go backpacking and some of the gear that I bring. So let's get on it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Alright, so I made it to where I'm going to cross over to the other trail. It's just up 6 miles up this trail. That's Jenny's Creekside Trailhead. And I made it to here. It's probably going to be backwards, but I'm going to be heading to Scott Mountain Trailhead. It says 5 miles from here. I've never been on this trail. I found maps online, and it looks like it should be pretty straight shot. It's going to be a lot of elevation gain. I'm going to try to follow this and see where it goes. My idea is to camp this direction where I'm headed. If it doesn't look like it, I'm going to come back here and find somewhere by the river to camp. I ran into a couple other hikers, and if you keep going up this trail, it just keeps going and going. Super nice, and lots of places to camp if I don't find anything. So I'm gonna get on it and see how far I can get. Okay, so I'm up on that trailhead, Scott Mountain Road, and it's kind of going just up and up and up, and not too many places to go backpacking here. And on my drive in, because I'm new to the area, I did see another entrance to this trailhead, and I think tomorrow on my way back I'm gonna go stop by that and see where that goes, if that's the trailhead entrance to the trail I'm on now. And I'm gonna go back and get on that other trail that's on the river. It's beautiful, and I know that it keeps going, and I'm gonna figure out where this trail goes for the future. So I'm gonna head back down. Okay, so I'm back on the main trail. That's where I was heading, and like I said, I'm gonna find out where that Scott Mountain Road Trail is on the drive up here that I passed, and see what that trailhead's all about before I go on that. So I'm going to continue on this trail, and I got this far yesterday, and those hikers that I ran into said if you go over this bridge here, that it just keeps going. And I'm looking for a really scenic hike right now, and by this river is just beautiful. And there's lots of places to kind of just get off the trail and go set up camp wherever you want. Curious to see if there's fish in this. I'm gonna look into that and come back with the pole if there is. We are heading that way. Alright. Okay, so I think I've gone as far as I'm going to go on this trail. It just keeps going and going, and I really had my mind set on camping next to that river, and there's nothing looking like that up here. I kind of veered off from the whole river when I got on this trail. So I'm going to head back down to the river and kind of head back down and find a really cool spot to set up camp. Okay, so I came back to the river and I found a sweet spot I'm going to call camp for the night. I'm going to clear this out for my tent, and I'm going to make a fire pit probably right around in here. Super nice. Plenty of firewood to get for fire tonight. Right by the river, just like I wanted. Definitely helps me sleep better when I'm right by the river, just the noise of that. So I'm going to relax here for the day, start building a fire pit, and enjoy the scenery. Alrighty, camp is looking good. I've been building this little fire pit. Probably a little noisy out here, just right next to the river. Got the fire pit getting ready to go. Got some wood. There's no shortage of wood around here, so that'll be easy to keep a fire going. I'm gonna go over my gear that I bring. Let's start over here with my food. This is typically what I like to bring. I'm an overpacker. I'm probably that guy that brings too much stuff, but I don't mind carrying extra things, so I bring it. On this particular trip, I'm only going one night, but I like to bring enough food for 2 days just in case. For my breakfast, I've got maple brown sugar oatmeal packets. I've got 5 of them in there. Freeze-dried blackberries, meat lasagna, Mountain House, beef stroganoff, Mountain House. Can't go wrong with Mountain House. And you can just see my other snacks that I've got. To boil the water, I've got my little cook set. I've got my micro little stove that I like to use. This thing puts out the heat. It attaches to this. And to start my fires, thinking of fires, I like to bring these fuel cells. These are great to start fires with. And if I run out of fuel with the canister, I can position this under my little pots and this will boil water. So these are great to have. I like to keep plenty of stuff to start fires, so I keep these with me. My lighter, only got one little thing of some tea. Always have apples. For today's lunch, I had 2 small peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. That's usually my go-to sandwich. For my watering, I have my MSR water filter. That's the 1-liter water bottle that attaches to it. I always bring work gloves. I've got my Kelty 20-degree sleeping bag. I've got my sleeping bag shell, which probably isn't super necessary right now. It's just a little bit cold at night, not too bad, but I just like to bring that. And I've got my 2-person 3-season tent. This thing's awesome. Sets up super easy. For my light, when I know I'm going to be out, especially at night, I like to bring a lot of light. I've got my Felix headlamp, and this is super small. The batteries are small, as you can see, so I've got 4 extra batteries in here, including the one in there, so I have plenty of battery power. I've got my 500 lumens flashlight, and these are both rechargeable, and that'll take us to my charging battery pack. I like to bring this battery pack fully charged. I can charge my phone about 4 times. I've never been out more than a night, so I haven't really had to use it, but I'm getting geared up to go on some few nights, maybe possibly week-long hikes, and I'm definitely going to want to be able to have a battery source to charge my phone when I'm using the GPS. And that brings me to my little solar panel. This thing is awesome. I found it online watching gear reviews. This is the Big Blue backpacking solar panel. I've tried this thing out. I've watched reviews on it. It works awesome. It takes if it's in direct sun, it will charge your devices. It charges this thing. It can do almost half a charge in a day in good sun, which is awesome. This thing folds up, super compact. Again, this isn't really something you need. This is more of a luxury item. But for those really big long hikes, if you don't want to run out of battery juice, I bring my solar panel with my little battery pack to charge my devices and my phone. Moving over to my backpack, this is the pack I'm using on this trip. This is a Tsunami Tiger 80-liter backpack. This thing is awesome. It's loaded up, easy to carry. It'll hold everything you need. I've got this pack attached to the side. This is where I put my lights and charging pack. For the nights, I like to have a candle lantern. This is a 9-hour candle lantern. It's great to have around the campsite. Maybe I last time left my candle lantern going during the night just because it was super dark and kind of sketchy where I was, and I just like to have that little light going. So I always bring the candle lantern with a couple extra candles. Sunglasses, sun hat is mandatory. My sweat rag, Leatherman. I've got the Leatherman Surge. This is a big multi-tool. I love it. My hiking poles. I actually forgot my water bladder this time, which is not like me, so I just brought the gallon of water with me so I have plenty of water and can fill that up at the river. In the bottom I carry my clothing, toilet paper on the side, extra trash bag, D-rings. I carry my rain fly in the top, my windbreaker, warm gloves, beanie. On this side, I've got my first aid kit. Again, it's probably a little bit of overkill for stuff that I might not necessarily need, but I like to be way overly prepared. I've got more Power 50 cord in there, ace bandage, extra candles, wet wipes, first aid stuff, my wallet, and on my left shoulder strap, this is my pack where I keep my phone and little miscellaneous things. On my left waist strap, I carry my little saw, my 7-inch survival knife. These things are awesome. I love this one. And speaking of knives and protection, you've seen I have not mentioned that I have any kind of bear spray. And I am out in bear country, and so it is just me out here, and it is extremely important for me to be safe. So on this particular trip, I'm carrying my my Ruger light carry revolver 357. This thing is small, compact, fits right in the side of my little pouch pocket on the side of me. I keep this thing on me all the time. It's a hammerless revolver. You pull the trigger and you're ready to go. If unfortunately, which I hope doesn't happen at some kind of animal encounter, but I keep this on me and regularly from now on I just carry this pistol on me, revolver. And so I'm gonna keep chilling, get things a little organized. I got a little bit of time before it gets dark. Start getting the firewood cut up more, put up my tent, and get ready to chill tonight under fire and stars. And just like that, the tent's ready to go. I'm gonna leave the rain fly off tonight. There's no chance of rain, just chance of blue skies. So keeping the rain fly off. It's looking super comfy. Got the foam pad, the 20-degree bag, and then the shell. This is going to be definitely warm enough. This sleeping bag shell is really nice. You can actually use this directly outside in a light rain if you needed to. It's really durable and rain resistant. So definitely going to be sleeping comfortable tonight. Going to zip up the bug fly, keep the bugs out, be ready to get in there and get comfortable tonight. Alright, I've got the fire pit looking pretty dang good. I made it big, put a lot of rocks. I'm out here just enjoying it. Figured, what the heck, let's make it a really big fire pit. Then if and when I come back, it'll be here. Camp's looking nice. I'm out of water, so I'm going to go to the spot that I found and fill up this gallon with the water purifier. There's a nice little spot. You can walk right down to the water. Just gorgeous on this. And it smells so good out here with the pine trees. My goodness. Got water. So I ended up filling up the whole gallon of water, and it ended up it took under 5 minutes, about 5 minutes. Again, this is the water filter system that I use. MSR puts this out. Super compact. I love this thing. Cleans your water. You can pump about 3 to 4 minutes, takes to pump a gallon. The replacement filters are also super easy. I just wanted to throw out there my water filter, give it a shout out. It works really well. It's time for dinner. Boiling up some water. Gonna have the Mountain House lasagna with meat sauce. Earlier I did up that beef stroganoff. It's really good. Super easy. I forgot my spoon, so I had to cannibalize a lid I had and make a spoon. Kind of have a habit of leaving spoons. So I'm gonna get this water boiled, get this going. I in the downtime got a bunch of the loose dead wood and kind of barricaded it around this a little bit. There's a lot of fallen wood around here, so I got a bunch of it and kind of put it around my camp. Help maybe deter anything. Didn't see any bear droppings. I ran into a couple hunters that were actually hunting bears. So if there is any bears, there's hunters after them. But all is good. Gonna continue the night. Fire time. Put one of those fuel bars in there. Easy going. Starting a fire with that. Let this thing start kicking. Gonna have a bonfire tonight. Nothing but blue skies and stars. Let there be fire. And just like that. Fire, a little mountain house for dinner. Looking pretty good. Starting to get pretty dark out. Still a little bit light. Awesome night. Fire is just raging. It's looking so cool. Gonna let this burn another half hour. Head into there. My air mattress awaits. Gonna turn on the candle lantern here in a little bit. Just leave this on for nighttime night. Like I said, I like that little bit of light left on at night, especially when it's just me. So this is cool. Getting ready to call it a night. And just like that, it's morning time. Had a great night. Slept awesome. Just the sound of the river next to me all night. I slept great. It's actually almost 9:30, so I slept in. Slept warm. Fire went out last night. Burned till about 12:30, 1 o'clock. And kept the candle lantern going on all night. I was more worried about bears, but after seeing how many people are kind of around the area, it's pretty safe. So I'm going to clean up, start heading back. This was a really fun camp spot. Camp is cleaned up. What a good time trying to bushwhack it out of here. That's my first overnight solo backpacking. I've done lots of car camping by myself, but that's not the same thing. I was more concerned out here with the bears and wildlife, but there's people around here. I've got a firearm. It's just something you got to deal with. But gonna bushwhack it out of here. Get back on the trail. Not too much people around here. And just like that, I'm on the main trail. There's the sign. I went to Scotts Mountain Trail on the left, and that trail kind of just kept going and going, and then going straight just keeps going. So this was the best spot. Can't even see where I was. It's just covered in trees, but back in there. Let's take the 6 mile trek back.